All right, it is a studio update for the autumn and winter of 2023. So, yeah, we've already gone through the veil of Secrets of the Obscure release, but this update right here, it's supposed to talk about quite a few upcoming changes and additions to the game. So, the next step in the story, what we're expecting in that next chapter of content, and hey, sneak peek about, the ultimate game mode. GVG is finally here. Guild versus Guild. Finally putting the Guild in Guild Wars 2. It's happening. All right. So let's go through all of this one by one. Greetings, Tyrians. The launch of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure has filled the skies of Tyria with sky skills. Halloween is in full swing, and we're back with another update on all things Guild Wars 2. Going through the veil. Through the veil, the first of three major updates to Guild Wars 2, Secrets of the Obscure, is coming on November 7th. That is literally in 1 week from today, I believe. No, 2 weeks from today. So yeah, very soon, 2 weeks from now, the next chapter of the story continues. As you may remember from previous update blogs and our expansion announcement, anyone who owns Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure will have full and permanent access to all new expansion content. That means every update that is related to the expansion, like this one, November 7th, is available if you own the expansion from the game. So yeah, if you buy Secrets of the Obscure today, you can continue the current story that we have right now. And then you can continue the story that comes out November 7th and whatever other updates come out in the next months. In Through the Veil, 3 new story chapters will pick up where the launch story concluded and continue the adventure as you take your first brave steps into a new world, Naos, or Nios. I don't know how you pronounce that. The Realm of Dreams. If you haven't gotten a chance to play yet, you've got about 2 weeks to get caught up on the story so far and get ready for the next installment. For folks who have already played the launch story or want a glimpse of it, we've put together a little refresher on some of the key moments that have led to our situation at the start of Through the Veil. Nice. Veil, pronounced veil. Is that how it is? Okay, well, yeah, it's okay. I have an excuse. English is not my first language. All right, what is this? So I guess this is like a summary of what just happened. So, all right, so I guess spoilers. If you don't know this already, this is a spoilery thing. So look away for a bit, for like 30 seconds. I like how they actually tell you, like, this is what you missed out. Yeah, now go play the expansion. Uh, anyway, oh, this is a very cool artwork as well. That is a very cool artwork. I sense something happening here. Betrayal, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Betrayal. It could happen. It could happen indeed. So, yeah, that's a bit of a summary. In addition to the new story chapters and opening of the third map, the Cosmic Observatory, Strike Mission Challenge Mode, and the Oniris or Spun Armor set, however that is, will be released on November 7th. In fact, to make it simple, here's the chart we shared at launch that shows our plans for each of the Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure updates. So this is literally the whole expansion mapped out from now until the remainder of the expansion. So what did we get on launch of the expansion, which was August 22? Launch story arc. This was, yeah, we had about 10 hours of content of story to play through. Probably 20 hours, 22 hours altogether with some of the stuff that you run around and maps and stuff. Achievements, honestly, like if you went through all the achievements you can get and try to max out everything, I'm very sure you were able to get at least close to around 30 hours of content with this expansion, and this isn't even the full thing. November 7th, 2 weeks from now, the story continues. Update 2, which is in 2024, story continues again, and then the story concludes in the third update. So if you notice here, we had the expansion come out August of 22. November 7th, we're getting the second update. So that is about 3 months, right? September, October, almost 2.5 months more or less. So I imagine update 2 will be somewhere in February, and then update 3 will be somewhere in May. And the reason why I picked those months is because if the third update happens in May, that means the next expansion would release right around the corner of the anniversary month again. I think they're probably planning that the expansions always release on the anniversary of the game. So that would be where I would pit the next update. So this one in 2 weeks, the next one should be somewhere in February, and then the next one is somewhere in May. Now, what are we getting November 7th? Along with what we already have here, we're getting Inner Neos, which is the final map introduced. Okay? We're getting the Cosmic Observatory Challenge Mode. Of course, nothing in the weapons. And then we're also getting some masteries for the new map. Wizard's Vault will refresh, meaning all the updates in the current vault are gonna be refreshed, and that means we'll get new rewards, probably new skins, new things to look at and buy with our Astral Acclaim, which is the new daily system. We're gonna get this armor set, and then we're gonna get additional expansion relics, and we're gonna get rift hunting convergences with legendary enemies, rift hunting map rotation completed. I'm gonna get to that in a bit, but this is what we're getting so far in this update. And as you can see, the next part is kind of spicy. We're getting the story, final map is extension, Temple of Phoebe challenge mode, new weapon proficiency for each profession, mastery updates, Wizard's Vault seasonal refresh, Obsidian legendary armor tier 1, legendary relic, new legendary enemies. And then the third update, the conclusion with the final map completed, Fractal with the challenge mode, nothing here, mastery updates, again another refresh on the Wizard's Vault season, and then the final tier for the Obsidian armor, which is the legendary armor, it's the open world armor, additional expansion relics, and new legendary enemies. So yeah, we have a very nice roadmap. It's very clear. This is something that's very rare, but now is becoming a norm. I like this. Yeah, very good. Very good indeed. Now, they did apparently move some things around, because this is what they talked about here, is that they actually moved some things forward in relation to the rift hunting rotation. So that means we got some things earlier, and this happened with the September 26th build update that happened in the game. So yeah. Now, this is what I like, convergences, right? So basically, convergences are supposed to basically be rift hunting, but public squad and private squads. So the way this is going to work, it's basically going to be like Dragonstorm. You're going to basically go to an NPC and go to a public instance of convergences, right? You're going to open up a portal to go somewhere, which is probably in this new realm of Dream World, and you're going to fight the enemies there. So it's going to be like a Dragonstorm, but for rift hunting. And there's going to be a public version and a private version that can be opened at any time. This is big, because I can imagine a lot of farming communities are going to jump on this, because they're going to time the event, because the public version, similar to other like Dragonstorm or the Twisted Marionette, are going to be timed with timers like a regular meta event. And then the private one you could start at any point in time that you want. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people will start public ones and time them for their metas, and then there's going to be private squads that literally just keep farming this. And what we've established so far is that tier hunting is very profitable for spirit shards and for selling the rifts, because the essences which you require for your legendary is important, and so a lot of people are buying them up. So I can imagine already a lot of this. In fact, this will probably have to dive in deeper with the rift hunting squad commanders again. So around 2 about rift hunting. So together with fellow rift hunters, you'll open up a portal into the home realm of the Cryptus, where you'll find the need to have your weapons at the ready and your wits about you. There are no waypoints in this hostile territory. It'll take coordination between players to keep yourselves and your allies alive long enough to complete your objective and take out the legendary Cryptus lurking in each convergence. The public version operates on a timer, while squads can open convergences on demand with unstable Cryptus motivations acquired from tier 2 and tier 3 bounties. You can also earn an unstable Cryptus motivation each week by participating in a convergence. So yeah, pretty much how a Dragonstorm Twisted Marionette works. You can access public one, or you can start your own squad privately. This is big. Honestly, this is I wouldn't say unpredictable. I think a lot of us concluded that they were going to make a instant version of Rift Hunting. I didn't think that they were going to bring it immediately into this specific game mode. I thought it would have been in update 2 maybe. I honestly thought it would be like a different tier. Like we'll get like a tier 4 Rift Hunter in this update, and then update 2 would have been where we got this exact thing that they're releasing. So very fast. That's going to change the game a bit differently now. I can imagine a lot more people are going to put commit and command into this. So yeah, this is going to have a huge discussion I'm going to have to get into with the gang. So yeah. Wizards Vault refresh. Again, with each major expansion release comes a Wizards Vault refresh. If you're just catching up, of course, you could read here. You can just click on here. And this, of course, studio update will be linked in the description of this video, so you can check that out and read all about it. New seasons bring a new series of special objectives to complete for Astral Acclaim, which will all carry over, and you can then spend that Astral Acclaim on the updated roster of rewards. The upcoming season of the Vault features an additional 3 unique armor pieces to complement the 3 previous pieces from the previous season. This one that's going to come to an end in 2 weeks. A new infusion, which is very nice, a weapon set color variant, and more. Now, the rewards from the inaugural season aren't going away. They will release a legacy rewards tab where everything that you missed from this current season will be in the legacy reward tab for you to buy at any point in time, although at a bit of a higher cost because they are going to be out of season. So this is the benefit with the legacy tab, is that if you, for example, didn't manage to play the game in this 3 months and you missed on the current seasonal rewards, those armor pieces, mount skins, weapons, all of those will be in a separate tab. Higher cost, but they're not there. They're not going to be, removed at any point in time. They're there for you to access anytime you want. I guess this is what we're looking at for the weapons, the color variant. So yeah, all red and nice. One thing though I would like to see with the Wizards Vault refresh is honestly get rid of this stuff here. Okay, I don't care what anyone's telling me. Yeah, this, where is it? Some of this stuff is like this is trash. Okay, this should not be here. This is a scam. Get some of these like weird like what is this? Like, why do you need this? No, yeah, get some of these out of here. Right, there's some things here that are honestly a bit of a trap to buy. I would not advise them. I don't care too much about the skins because yeah, these are just nice rewards to get. They're unique, so I wouldn't say these are bad choices to buy. But yeah, this is definitely not the essence of gold. Yeah, no, there's a lot of other stuff you should prioritize before you even buy this. Like if you're a regular player who has everything that you can buy from here, fine, you can go buy this. It's not going to be the end of the world. If a new player thinking that this is the best buy to put all their resources into, this is a trap. Right? Revive orbs. Remove the revive orbs. Seriously, these are, yeah. I really hope that they remove some of these kind of low energy items that are very misleading. Like they're not useful. Like this is a trap. This is a trap. This is a trap depending on the player that you are. I think the ascended weapon, the ascended armor, these are a very good boost for a player. They can literally grab this within basically like a month. You could literally like get half your ascended set and then the other half from playing the game. So this is like very good stuff. The obby shards, there's way better things to get your obby shards. Way better ways to get obby shards in the game than buying this. The clovers, the laurels, these are, yeah, okay, not too bad, but please get rid of the other stuff. I would like to see much more useful items that could take the space of these current ones. So yeah. Weapon skills and balance. As already read in the table above, 6 additional expansion relics will be available starting November 7th. We'll continue to expand the build options available to players through additional relics, with the other 2 updates to follow. not too long after the release, you can look forward to a skills and balance update on November 28th. We'll be sharing a preview of those changes, plus the new relics we just mentioned this Friday, October 27th, on our Twitch channel. So hey, yeah, stream this Friday. Tune into the ANET stream. I guess we'll be covering that as well and reacting to it live on Twitch here on Friday. As always, we appreciate your feedback beforehand. We'll be watching carefully when the changes ship so we can see how things evolve. Speaking of November 28th, this is also an important day because you'll get your first chance to try out a new weapon on your favorite profession. While this Guild Wars 2 Soto feature will launch during our second major expansion update in early 2024, we're giving all players a chance to demo the expanded weapon proficiencies early to test them and provide feedback. This special beta event will run from the time our November 28th build goes live around 9 a.m. Pacific time until 10 p.m. Pacific time on December 3. We'll start sharing more information about each new profession's weapon proficiency shortly after the release of this next update. World versus world. This is what I'm here for, okay? This is it. This is what I'm about. We'll have another blog out with more detailed information on World versus World in a few weeks. But here are some highlights for this quarter. In late January 2024, we'll be expanding the ways you can use your guild hall to create unique gameplay experiences with a guild hall arena update, including a selector to control which game mode rules your guild arena uses. This new feature will give you the ability in your guild hall to set your personal game mode in the guild hall, enabling skills and balancing for PvP or world versus world game modes. So, in addition to that, we'll be introducing options to select teams outside of the confines of the guild arena, giving you access to the entire map so you can battle your friends. This is the update, all right? They're bringing the guild in Guild Wars 2 back. Guild Wars are coming back to the game. GVGs left and right, not just in an arena in a guild hall, but all over the guild hall, all right? On the steps, on the platforms, in the sand, in the water, around your decorations. Every single space is up for grabs. You're going to fight people. You're going to kill people. You're going to chase people. GVG is here. This is the cornerstone game mode of the game. This to me is honestly surprising. I did not expect this. Honestly, I was not expecting anything for World vs. World. If I'm being honest, I don't even think there'll be anything for World vs. World. This is a game changer. For those who don't know, originally in the original Guild Wars 1, Guild Hall GVGs were like literally all over the Guild Hall. Like the whole guild was the arena. Now in Guild Wars 2, for those who know, that's not the case. The Guild Halls have like a small section area where it's called the arena, and it's literally like a small area which you can only fight in that area, right? And that's it. That's the only way to like GVG in the Guild Hall. So you can't fight outside, like you can't fight near like anything else. This is huge. Like to be able to fight anywhere in the guild hall, that is going to create some fun matchups and honestly some fun platform arenas. Like I can imagine a lot of people are going to now start decorating the arenas for GVGs, right? We've already seen what communities can do with beetle racing tracks, griffin training courses, and just decorating in general. But now to decorate with the mindset of you can fight anywhere in the guild hall, yeah, that is big. And I can imagine people are going to get even creative with different GVG game modes. You're going to see hide and seek fights. It opens up the door for a lot, right? This is honestly, yeah, this is fun. This is probably one of the biggest takeaways for me in this. Like, I know the update is huge, the story continuation, the story with maps and whatever. But to me, GVG is the thing. This to me is like the gem in this update. This wasn't something to expect. But this is something that I mentioned in the earlier video that we released a few days ago, how the new model of Guild Wars 2's expansions can fix the game like this. Because the new expansion model gives them an outline of what they're releasing, and they're keeping it very small scale. Like the stories are still kind of massive. I mean, the release of the story in the first update was about 10 hours. 20 plus hours if you were trying to go for some things, and I imagine 30 hours for completionist. That is a very good amount of money for $25. Like for me, that was, sorry, $20. For $20, to me, $20 for 30 hours of my time felt worth the time, right? Plus, we have 2 more updates or 3 more updates remaining, right? The one that's coming in 2 weeks, plus 2 after that. So I imagine by the end of it, you'll get close to 50 hours, maybe 60 hours of Secrets of the Obscure expansion. And it's very simple, all right? Story, maps, 1 fractal with the challenge mode, 2 strikes with their challenge modes, a lot of achievements, armors, weapons, seasonal refresh to the daily system, which is the Wizard's Vault, which is also now seasonal based. Every 2 to 3 months they change it. And a few feature heavy things, right? And this is the kind of stuff that I was talking about in the other video. They could like revamp the LFG, and now that's changed the game, right? Like maybe they made like an LFR for a Single Wars 2. They could add something to the guild tab where they could make like a guild recruitment section, and then you could just like see all the guilds listed there. GVG, like this kind of stuff is where they can implement in this new expansion model. It's just bits and pieces, right? And they could kind of pick and choose what they want to throw in for each expansion. They don't have to like throw everything in one expansion. They could just, yeah, we have this year, let's fix on points 1 and 2. Next year, let's fix on points 3 and 4. This is exactly why this expansion model can fix the game in different ways. This GVG thing might have not been a thing. And I can imagine there were a few, you know, some of our friends in the GVG and World vs. World crew probably pushed these out, right? Some, maybe a boy named Roy helped us out with this one. So, you know what? This is definitely, it smells of Roy GVG World vs. World enjoyer. So, yeah, stuff like this is why I think this new model helps with this kind of stuff. So to continue on, we'll also be running World Restructuring Beta in early 2024. As we discussed in our last studio update, the WDUP team shifted their priority to releasing a live version of the guild-based World Restructuring system. Doing this allows us to get consistent live data and feedback from the community to inform our continued development and improvement. Since our last beta, we've addressed a number of issues with guild selection, queue failures, reset issues, and more. In the next beta, we'll be testing the new Team Builder, UI updates, and bug fixes. Assuming everything goes well with that test, we'll be able to move forward with turning the system on full time. While we don't have dates for the beta or initial release at this time, we'll let you know as soon as possible to allow you time to organize your guild. So yeah, they mentioned this a little bit, but they didn't really elaborate more. So this is not even elaborating, but at least telling us that they are going to now start testing the next phase, which is the team builder, UI updates, and the whatever they have to fix from that. I assume if this step works out, the next step is then finally implementing the full system of alliances and everything to test out. And then if that goes well, then I think we'll get the full release. So there's still, I think, 2 more stages before we can get to the full release. But this is okay. This is a setup. Honestly, the GVG one is a bit bigger than this because I know a lot of people are, I'll see it when I believe it at this point. So yeah, but it's nice to at least get an update on this. And that they have moved past another step. That's very important. So the busiest time of the year, except for all the other ones, those are the major release system updates coming soon. But there's just a little more to cover. November and December will also include more events, a week-long buff to support our extra live stream on November 3 and 4, pretty much a charity for children. Also include more events, a week-long buff to support our extra live stream on November 3 and 4, a 2-week new Hero Jumpstart event, a Dungeon Rush week. Oh, this is actually very nice. Dungeon Rush week, very nice. And Winter's Day coming up on November 12th. Lunar New Year and a second skills and balance update will be coming along near the end of January 2024. Lunar New Year usually takes place in February, so they actually moved the timeline for it in January. Interesting. Around then, or a little after, we'll be back to talk about the next few months of Guild Wars 2. So this basically is them telling you your next studio update will be probably after January, right? So yeah, so expect, yeah, that's okay. That's fairly standard. That would give us about 3 months for the next studio update. That's okay. So altogether, November through January looks like this. Secrets of the Obscure, final map introduced, the convergences and inner Neos mastery, additional expansion relics, Wizards Vault Seasonal Refresh, the new armor set, the Cosmic Observatory Challenge Mode. Events, Halloween will end November 7th. Extra Life Enhancement and Live Stream, New Hero Jumpstart, Dungeon Rush, Winter's Day, Lunar New Year 2024. Gameplay systems, Skills and Balance Updates, Expanded Weapon Proficiency Beta, World Restructuring Beta, Guildhall Arena Update. I wonder if they're timing this with around... I'm not sure like if they time this with the actual, of course, New Year, the Chinese New Year, but if they do, then interesting if it's in, I don't know. This is like if they time it purposely or not, or if this is just them doing their update. So yeah. So as a sign-off reminder, we've got 2 live streams coming up. First, we'd love to have you join us this Friday, noon Pacific, for a preview of November 28 balance patch. Then coming back on November 3 and 4 for our 24-hour extra live celebration starting at noon Pacific time on Friday and running until noon Saturday. You can learn more about their extra live stream over here, and you can always check out our official Guild Wars 2 channels for the latest news and updates. Happy adventuring, and we'll see you in game, the Guild Wars 2 team. That is a juicy studio update. Honestly, the GVG to me is the biggest diamond in this. Yeah, I can't wait. Roy, thank you. If this was Roy, I'm sure it was. Thank you very much for this. I think this is gonna kind of create some new tournaments coming soon. Maybe, who knows? I'm pretty sure Sunny is gonna organize something in the GVG community because of this. So it has to, right? We have to get like the decorations done, all of that. Proper battlefield in Gilded Hollow, in Lost Precipice, in Windswept Haven, and Island of Reflection. So big gaming soon. And yeah, the new update. So honestly, this is a very good update, studio. There's quite a lot. There's jam-packed information. We now have our full outline of the remainder of the expansion for us. And I think they're probably not changing anything. This is it for the expansion. And keep in mind, I think that they've already done everything they have for this expansion. Like, to me, and I think they already hinted at this, or if correct me if I'm wrong, they've already talked about it. They more or less started the development of the next expansion. So right around the corner, as they mentioned, as soon as the story concludes in around May, I predict, literally the next expansion comes out in August. So yeah, Secrets of the Obscure is already live and ready. You can buy it right now, right here. I don't have a referral link for you because I'm not a partner, but hey, just go to the website, buy it, or buy it from one of the other people, and get ready, get to gaming, and you have 2 weeks to catch up for the next chapter as we delve in to the realm of dreams. Until then, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, you can check me out on all my social media. The studio update will also be in the description. That's your studio update for Guild Wars 2 in autumn and winter of 2023. Let me know what you think, and until then, I will see you when I see you. Take care, gamers.